There's a thing that bothers me, and it happened when I was growing up a lot. And I'm noticing that it's happening now, and it's happening to young people. And young people are getting manipulated. And I don't like it when bad people manipulate young people because they don't know they're being manipulated. And sometimes it seems innocuous. It seems like this is an interesting topic. Seems like a good, juicy rumor, gossip. But actually, behind it is bad intention, is maliciousness, malice. And when I say malice, these bad people, I would say, are criminal-minded. I would say, they're connected to criminal networks, criminal groups. They're bad people. And you know someone is bad when they go out of their way to denigrate, to attack, to bully somebody else. And what they do is they'll say, hey, let me tell you something. Do you know about that guy, right? They go out of their way. There's a little surprise meeting. The guy sits down and says, hey, let me tell you about that guy. He is, she is a so-and-so. And you know what he did? He did this and he did that. And you know what I heard? And the people, the young people, who are quite gullible and have no experience, they think, wow, really? He did that? Oh, wow. And then they start to respect this criminal. Now the criminal doesn't wear a badge. The criminal doesn't have a business card. They don't wear a uniform. The criminal doesn't say, I'm a criminal. The bad person doesn't say, I'm a bad person. But you know they're bad because of their action. Their intention is bad. That guy, you know what I heard about that guy? Hey, you know what I heard about that guy over there? Yeah, let me tell you. And everybody leans in. Yeah. And this is a way for people to control young people, to manipulate them. Let me tell you something. If you see that guy, you want to do something to that guy? Why don't you do this? And why don't you do that? You know what I would do if I were you? Right? We used to hear that a lot when I was growing up. You know what I would do if I were you? Next time you see that guy, next time he comes to your store, do this. That'll really get him. That is a bad person. That is a criminal. Whoever is telling you that is a criminal. They have bad intention. They have malice. Now the thing is, if the young person gets manipulated and starts doing stuff and they get afraid and they start acting paranoid and they start doing some of the things that they're being told to do, hey, why don't you do this? If something happens, the young person, the naive person gets in trouble. And the criminal, their hands are clean. That's how they do it. Hey, why don't you go over there and do this and that? And the bad guy, it never gets caught, right? Because his hands are clean. He's manipulating people. And that's the way, this is the way it works. They manipulate people, they control people. You know, whenever you see a guy with a girl, with his girlfriend, and he's like, you see that guy over there? You know what he did? Let me tell you something about him. And the girl, who's usually pretty dumb, right? Criminals and bad people, they usually associate with really dumb women. So they say, you see that guy over there? She says, yeah. Well, he did this and that with him and her, you know what I mean? And then the girl's like, oh, you're so brave and strong. You're my boyfriend. Oh, you're so smart. You're such a good guy. Oh, I feel safe with you. And all the time, the criminal, the bad person, will always say, if that guy does anything, because the young person will say, well, what if he does something? What if he gets upset? What if he comes after me? Don't worry. If that guy does anything, we'll take care of it. I got my friends. We got you covered. And the thing is, they don't have you covered, because criminals, they run. When there's a problem, they're gonna run, and you're gonna get in trouble. They always say, if that guy does anything, we got your back. No, they don't have your back. If they had your back, they wouldn't be using you to do their bidding. Do you understand? The criminal would not use you if they were upright, moral citizens. So, you know, the whole argument is just a sham. It's just a false argument. These are not good people. Anybody who says bad things and denigrates others and it tells you to attack somebody, anybody tells you to attack somebody or to harass somebody or to bully somebody, these are bad people. And if they go out of their way, these are criminal-minded people connected to criminal groups. Because you know by their behavior, they're not upright, moral citizens. So don't let yourself be manipulated. And if that person has a problem with somebody, let them do it. Say, why don't you go and talk to that guy? Why don't you say it? Why don't you do it? Right? And then they won't do it. They won't do it. You know why? Because they're criminals. Bad people won't do that. Because what happens if they get in trouble? They don't want to get in trouble. Huh? So be careful. Don't let yourself get manipulated. And recognize there are bad people. And you know bad people when they start to say bad things about others, and when they tell you to do things you shouldn't do. Those are bad people. And when they try to control you and to say, hey, see that guy, why don't you do something? And if something happens, I'll take care of you. I will protect you. You think I would let anything happen to you? Look at me. Look how tough I am. These are bad people, period.